Hey everyone, Irit here. This is a historical moment, the last video of my sketching daily, in my sketching daily series. Tomorrow we'll have the flip through and yeah, that's it. So let me know in the comments if you have any ideas on what kind of series you would like to see next. I haven't decided on anything and sadly I don't think I'll be able to do this kind of daily series in the near future, but it was fun while it lasted. So I'm really sorry about the bad lighting today. I'm just doing my best to paint when I can, and this was at night, so I'm really sorry. This is Imperial purple, and yeah, that's my lighting situation is far from perfect. Thankfully, it's summer now and there are a lot of light hours, but this wasn't one of them. So I'm really sorry. If this is disturbing to you, then please, feel free to move on to a different video because it doesn't get better. It stays just like this. It is what it is. So Imperial purple is a color that I have because of the Jean Haines set. It's in that set, and this color is a mixture of ultramarine blue and like a violet or a purple. I can't remember exactly the pigments, but it does have that blue granulation. It is quite a nice pink, and personally I find it a lot more like user-friendly and just nice than dioxazine purple. If you're familiar with it, that color is, I know you can use it for mixing, and I know it can make really nice blacks when you mix it with something, but that color is so intense. I find it really hard to deal with colors that, you just touch them and they just are so intense. So I think that's probably also why I'm getting further and further away from all of the phthalos, just because I really enjoy now colors there that are just a little bit more natural looking, not so intense and so staining that you have to work really hard and mix them with like a ton of water to get something that is just a bit softer. So I think it is a really nice purple. I just personally, I always lean more towards the violets, which you probably know by now, because I have like 10 violets in my palette, and wait till you see my Italy palette. I actually don't know which video will go live first, this one or the Italy palette. I think I broke my own records of having violets and pinks in that palette, because, Italy is pink, right? By the way, if you do want to paint a pink city, then go to Toulouse in France, because the town center is kind of potter's pink on steroids. It just has this beautiful pink stone. Anywho, so this is the one before last kind of page in my journal, and I was just playing around with this color. I paired it with some of the warmer colors in my palette. I think there's some yellow ochre there, and looks like lunar earth, which I really like the granulation. And now I'm just using the opportunity to add some pencils. And this particular one that I was just holding is actually a Faber-Castell pencil. And I know I've been like praising now for months the Caran D'Ache Museum Aquarelle, but I'm always so careful when I say these things because I don't want to, say something to make you think that if you have like the Albrecht Dürer pencils from Faber-Castell, they're watercolor, artist grade watercolor pencils, that you have to, that the Caran D'Ache ones are a lot better. And I have to tell you that I think I'll have to kind of force myself to bring out my Albrecht Dürer pencils just to make sure that, you know, I can feel completely comfortable with recommending the Caran D'Ache Museum Aquarelle. The particular one that I was using here, it's like this beautiful turquoise color. It is really intense and really lovely. And I think if you did a blind test on me, I wouldn't be able to tell the difference between that one. But, you know, sometimes it's not necessarily the quality. It can be also just the colors, the particular formulation of color that certain brands do better, or let's not say better, let's just say more to my preferences. That's my story with my Prismacolor pencils, which I don't think the quality is anything exceptional, but they just get their colors so right that I keep going back to them. And whenever I try to match them with like a polychromo from my stash, the Prismacolors are always prettier, in my opinion. They're just a little bit more vibrant, and I don't know, somehow they just get the colors right. I feel like I'm repeating myself, so I'm not going to say that anymore. Yeah, but I want to say that if you have the Albrecht Dürer, they're really lovely pencils. And I'm just going to have to do a, you know, head-to-head testing on those, because I just want to make sure that there is actually a difference. And, you know, maybe I should take a closer look. I know I love the Caran D'Ache pencils are just top of the line, no doubt about it, and the colors are so beautiful, but maybe I can match some of my pencils also to the Faber-Castell ones. That the quality there is great, but yeah, the colors maybe are a little bit lacking. Again, I'll have to look at that. So this was a little bit an opportunity to play with that. I didn't feel particularly excited about this color. It's, you know, again, I like to paint with complementary colors, and I like how it looks with yellows, and here I tried kind of more the earthy yellows in my palette. And yeah, you know, it was fun to paint. It was fun to add details with pencils. So I kind of went for a hibiscus type of flower. And now I'm just adding some details with a more intense paint. Now, I do want to say about the Imperial Purple that I have the stick from Daniel Smith, just because when I wanted to do the Jean Haines set review, I had some of the colors, so I just completed my set with the missing colors, and Jackson's didn't have Imperial Purple in stock in a tube, so I bought the stick, and it re-wets really well. I don't know, I haven't been able to. The sticks are a little bit annoying for me because I do move things around between palettes, and you have to kind of cut them, and then you have that little nubbin, whatever, just it's not in a pan, and sometimes it's not the right size. So I don't know, I never really fell in love with them, but they are the most economical way to buy Daniel Smith colors. They don't have the sticks in all of their colors. I think they only offer them in like 50 colors or something like that. But if you are on a tight budget and you really want and you love Daniel Smith colors, then they are actually beautifully formulated. The three that I have the teal light, the cobalt teal light, the Soda Light Genuine, and Imperial Purple, and they re-wet beautifully. So they're very concentrated, as Daniel Smith promises. You know, with the stick formulation, you get less water than you do in a tube, or less fluid or whatever. So it won't separate on you. And yeah, so they are very well formulated. It's just something about that shape that is a little bit annoying. I think I'm just used to pans and tubes, but I do want to, you know, give Daniel Smith the proper credit and a shout out for their sticks. If you're on a budget, if you paint a lot, and you know, they have, I think, the cobalts and probably the Soda Light Genuine also. It's probably like a series 3 or 4 paint, so they are expensive. You can save some money if you buy the sticks. They last a really long time, and yeah, the formulation is really nice. So shout out on that. And what else do I want to say? Yeah, not much. I think I can take the remaining minute to contemplate on these past 2 months. I've had a lot of fun, a lot of fun doing this series, and I still get to talk a lot about this sketchbook in the flip through, which I did a flip through, just going through the sketchbook page by page and just talking about my impressions and experience with the colors and which colors I'm going to keep on for the autumn palette. So I will be setting an autumn palette, but because of my hopefully coming trip to Italy, I did set up a Italy palette instead of my summer palette. So I did change things around. I got rid of some colors that weren't that exciting to me, and I added some colors that I think might be fun for Italy. And I'll probably stick to that palette through September, and then set up an autumn palette, which I'm going to focus on bringing all of the very, very neglected oranges and reds and kind of maroon colors in my collection, and see if I can, use them and love them. I'll keep my staples, I'll probably keep my go-to pinks and my go-to blues and all of that, but I'm going to make an effort to paint, let's say, more seasonally, be inspired by nature, and see if I can come up. I'm actually really excited because now that I have white in my palette, I think the oranges and reds are going to be a lot more appealing to me and more fun to play with. So I'm looking forward to that. That will be coming sometime, September, October, who knows. Thank you so much for watching. Here are the promised close-ups, and I'll see you in the flip through. Bye bye.